Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Engine Room. Today, we have yet again another preview for the World Cup. And today, we got probably the African team, the African nation that everyone is rooting for this World Cup. And that's going to be Senegal. And we got a guest here with us today, Papa Mahmoud Gueye. How are you? Introduce yourself and let the people get to know you.
Fine, Papa Mahmoud Gueye, Senegalese journalist living in Paris.
In Paris. Nice. And Diego, ¿cómo estás?
What's going on, mi gente? I'm glad to be back here again to bring to you guys an analysis of another nation in the World Cup. This is one I think that we've both been excited about to do because, as you mentioned, I think this is one of the African teams to watch, and I want to just get into it and let's go from the get. As I've told everyone, I want to say congratulations because your team is in the World Cup and it's a big achievement. Their third World Cup appearance, right? With two other appearances in 2002 and 2018. Their best appearance was in 2002 when they made it to the quarterfinals. What is so different about this time?
I think that it's the first time for Senegal going to the World Cup and thinking to win the trophy and thinking on going into the semifinal. In the two past times we go in the World Cup and we want just to get the second leg, but now we go in the World Cup and we think about winning the trophy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think as well that you could say that this time around you have perhaps your players in the best level that they've ever been. So can you talk us a bit about that? How does it feel to see your big name guys like Koulibaly, like Mane, and in the biggest clubs?
Yes, it's that. Now we have big players in Senegal team who plays in the biggest club in the world, like Sadio Mane in the Bayern Munich, like Koulibaly in the Chelsea, Edouard Mendy, Idrissa Gana Gueye. Now we have very big players and they play in the high level. They play Champions League and they want to win the big trophy like Premier League, like Champions League. That's why now we have a competitive team and we have players who want to win everything.
Now, the Lions of Teranga, right? Is that how you say that?
Yes.
The Lions of Teranga. I like that.
It's the Lions, just the Lion.
The Lions, okay.
Yeah, it's the Lion, but sometimes they say the land of Teranga because the Senegal is the country of Teranga.
Oh, okay. See, we learned something new. We learned something new. So now the Lions, they're in Group A alongside the Netherlands, Qatar, and Ecuador. How do you feel about that group? And what are the chances? What do you think are the chances of them making it out? If you had to say 1 through 10.
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah, I said they're in Group A alongside Netherlands, Qatar, and Ecuador. How do you feel about that? And what do you think are the chances of them making it out of the group if you had to grade it 1 through 10?
I think that it's an average group. All the team, we just have Netherlands as a very big team, and I think that Senegal, Ecuador, and Qatar is the team that same level, but Netherlands bigger than Senegal, bigger than Ecuador and Qatar. I think that it's a group that Senegal can achieve, and I think that Senegal can go to the
next round.
The next round, yes.
Mm-hmm. So compared to, let's say, I personally think that the group was of a very similar level back in 2018 against Poland, Colombia, Japan. So what would you say is different whilst approaching this group? Do you think that Senegal will go out a little more attacking? Do you think that perhaps the most important game is the Netherlands or against Ecuador or Qatar? What approach do you think the team should take?
Yeah, the difference is the experience. We have played in the similar group in 2018, and we lost in the last game against Colombia. We had chance to get the second round, but unfortunately, we get out because of yellow cards. But this time, I think that the Lions of the Senegalese Lions have win more experience, and with the experience of the last World Cup, they can go to the next round. And the most important game, I think, that is the first game. If we get a good result, like and draw or a win against Netherlands, we can play the second game against Qatar and against Ecuador in the big level.
Yeah. I mean, listen, in the Africa Cup of Nations, y'all did well. You did your job. You beat Egypt in the final. But after that, there's been a lot of ups and downs, right? And on top of that, you begin the tournament without your star, Sadio Mane. How important is that? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, the last AFCON was a very, very tough competition last time in the debut. We haven't we have Sadio Mane, but we haven't Edouard Mendy Koulibaly because of COVID. And I think that experience and the coach Aliou Cissé did very good job with the team, the player who sit in the bench, and this player in the who sit in the bench, they win the first game before we get our big players like Koulibaly and like Edouard Mendy. When they play, these players come in the team, they come with confidence and help the team to go win this trophy. And Sadio Mane plays a good role in with our AFCON trophy.
Well, how could you explain perhaps the way that Senegal play to other viewers, perhaps that don't know them quite as good? How would you say is their style of play?
Senegal plays as long balls. I think that Senegal plays as long balls. We play our team plays like the defenders like Koulibaly and Abdou Diallo go the ball like in the wingers, Sadio Mane and or Krépin Diatta or Ismaïla Sarr, and enter in the center and try to find the center striker.
And what would be then, you would say, the other player or perhaps something that they should look out for that isn't just Mane? Because I think that Ismaïla Sarr is playing really good. Boulaye Dia, maybe at Italy in Salernitana. Which player do you think people should be looking out for as well?
Yeah, we have to look Ismaïla Sarr because he plays winger like Mane. We have two Krépin Diatta, players of AS Monaco. And we have one new player. He plays at Sheffield United, Iliman Ndiaye. He's a very good striker, but he plays like half striker. He can play on the 10 position and half striker. He's a very young player, a very, 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 very good player. We have to look about him in this World Cup if he get the chance to play.
Now, if you had to beat Aliou Cissé, what would be your 11 for that first game?
My lineup?
Yeah, your lineup.
Yeah, I think that Aliou Cissé will make the 4-3-3, and we will have Edouard Mendy as a goalkeeper, Koulibaly and Diallo as a central back, Fodé Ballo-Touré in the left back, right back Sabali, and in the middle, Nampalys Mendy, Idrissa Gana Gueye after Cheikhou Kouyaté or Pape Gueye. And in the attack, we will have Ismaïla Sarr in the left wing, Krépin Diatta in the right wing, and Boulaye Dia in the central striker.
That's fair. It's pretty decent, to be honest. That's pretty decent, I think.
Yeah, I think that compared to other, let's say, maybe African nations, you have more quality or maybe more depth of players that are going, like Jacobs. Is it how you Jacobs from also Monaco?
Monaco, yes.
Yeah, and Pape Sarr from he was a loan at Metz, right, and then to Tottenham. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that it's normal because we have won the last AFCON.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's normal that Senegal have the best team for African team, but I think that Morocco have a good team. Morocco have two good team. I think that if they get to qualify in the next round, they can be a serious contender for the World Cup. But they have a tough group with Belgium and Portugal.
Yeah. I mean, they have a solid player in each line, is what I feel like, and I feel like you always need that, the core of your team. I don't know if you have anything left to say, Buga, before we close off. I know Papa's a busy man.
Not really. I just want to say good luck, and I think we're all rooting for Senegal. I think that it hit us hard when Mane was not said maybe he was not going for the first few games, but I think people underestimate maybe you got other weapons that can be equally as good.
Okay, thank you. But what did you think about Senegal game against Ecuador?
Oh,
I think.
Go ahead.
You go, Diego. Diego, go.
I was gonna say those. If I must be honest, right? I'm saving this for when we do our preview. I think that those two teams are the ones that are gonna surprise that group.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. See, Ecuador played very well, and they don't play long ball like Senegal, but they play to the wings, and they're very fast. They pressure very well. And Senegal, I still depends. Obviously, if Sadio Mane is back, I think Senegal wins. And if Sadio Mane is not back, I want to say Ecuador could win that game.
Okay, but what is the way of playing Ecuador?
The way of playing of Ecuador? Well, I think they're the most. I think they're a very counter-attacking team. They're very, very good in transitions, right? Because they have very fast-paced players, especially on the wings. They don't attack in numbers, I want to say, but with the few that they go in, they usually do well. Obviously, now they're missing star left back Byron Castillo, which I think would have helped, but
the Colombian.
The Colombian. But they still have a lot of talent too. And the thing about Ecuador is the same with Senegal. A lot of people do not maybe do not rank them. Maybe they don't know enough about them, and that's why I think that Ecuador and Senegal can surprise that group.
Mm-hmm. And they are in
South America. Who is the key players of Ecuador?
Caicedo, midfielder. Midfield. Yeah.
Yeah, Caicedo. I mean, Estrada's done well. Gonzalo Plata, and we actually had an interview with a journalist from Ecuador to do the Ecuador, and I agree with him on one thing. When he spoke about Gonzalo Plata is an electrifying player, I think, but he's not a player that's 90 minutes or a player that knows. You bring him on to win a game. You bring him on for the one-on-ones. And I think if they bring him on in the second half, when Senegal's a little bit tired or the game is, has gone on, Gonzalo Plata can cause damage.
And Valencia?
And Valencia's experience is what he's got, and he knows what to do in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Ecuador has been trying to play more physical, like their friendlies before the World Cup has been against Asian countries and against African countries, because they are the most physical in our part of the world, but against others they may be less, and that may be a surprise for them.
Okay, but I wish you good luck in the World Cup, Ecuador. I want to maybe if we play our 2 game, and before the last game we can do another meet
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure. We could do something else. So yes, I want to say thank you too, Papa. I want to thank you for your time. I know, like I said earlier, a lot
Yeah,
of
very good.
crossing, and we couldn't find the time, but we finally did it, and I'm glad
Yeah,
that we did because I think it's very important for everyone to know about all the teams in the World Cup.
yeah, it's
Um,
important.
so yes, if you want to close this off, Buga.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you once again, Papa, and for everyone. Where can they follow you? Where can they follow you? Where can they reach you?
Thank you.
Where can they follow you on Twitter, Instagram, so that people can follow you and see what you're working on?
Yeah, I will give to Diego my my profile Twitter
Perfect.
and my media.
Perfect.
Perfect. We'll put it there.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
Engine Room fam, thank you again. There's
Thank you.
another one out of the 32 nations. Here you go. So comment, like, subscribe. We'll see you soon.